Hey guys, Dr. Ann Wand here, founder and director of the Oxford Method, and this week I thought I'd talk about something that was actually brought up by a TikTok person that I actually follow, who I'm a big fan of, Yorkshire Peach, and the question is, do British people sound like Mary Poppins? Now, the real question is not so much do British people sound like Mary Poppins, but do British people sound like Dick Van Dyke trying to sound British in a Cockney accent that no longer exists anymore? And the short answer is no. And with that, it kind of brings out a bunch of other questions that I kind of have for the American audience. And one of those things is, why do Americans seem to think that they can do what's called a British accent? Now, if you've actually lived in the UK or been to the UK for longer than 24 hours, one of the things you will notice is that there are hundreds of British accents, and there are at least 40 recorded dialects. And the difference between a dialect and a language is that a dialect does not have an army or a fleet. And some of these dialects and accents are so unintelligible from each other that sometimes on TV you will actually have to have subtitles in order to understand what people are saying. So when Americans come here, especially students, and they want to try out their British accent, what ends up happening is that they end up looking quite ridiculous in public, and in actuality, there are so many different dialects to choose from that you could come from Bristol and have one set of dialects depending on which side of the city you live in. You could be a Devonian farmer, which is near Cornwall, and you could sound a bit like a pirate. And you could also come from some schmancy place like Oxfordshire, of all places, and come out with a myriad of different accents. So with that, I have to say, no, people do not sound like Dick Van Dyke. I'm sure that there are people who might have a Mary Poppins type accent and that they might sound quite posh. But other than that, no. The Dick Van Dyke accent is specific to him. I'm not sure who his language coach was. But when you come here, come to realize that there are so many different dialects and so many things that make Britain such an interesting place. Now, if you have any comments regarding British culture or British higher education, as always, feel free to check out our website at theoxfordmethod.co.uk. Otherwise, I will see you next week.